Hello Finn, hello Lachlan, it's Alex again. I still can't go to the theatre to do my play today, so I thought I would read you today's stories instead. And these are two stories about rabbits. And the first one is about a very cheeky rabbit. It's by Joel Chandler Harris, and it's called Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby. Well now, that rascal Brer Fox hated Brer Rabbit on account of Brer Rabbit was always cutting capers and bossing everyone around. So Brer Fox decided to capture and kill Brer Rabbit if it was the last thing he ever did. He thought and he thought and he thought until he came up with a plan. He would make a tar baby. Brer Fox went and got some tar, and he mixed it with some turpentine, and he sculpted it into the figure of a cute little baby. Then he stuck a hat on the tar baby and sat her in the middle of the road. Brer Fox hid himself in the bushes near the road, and he waited, and he waited, and he waited for Brer Rabbit to come along. At long last, he heard someone whistling and chuckling to himself, and he knew that Brer Rabbit was coming up over the hill. As he reached the top, Brer Rabbit spotted the cute little tar baby. Brer Rabbit was surprised. He stopped and stared at this strange creature. He had never seen anything like her before. "Good morning," said Brer Rabbit, doffing his hat. "Nice weather we're having." The tar baby said nothing. Brer Fox laid low and grinned an evil grin. Brer Rabbit tried again. "And how are you feeling this fine day?" The tar baby, she said nothing. Brer Fox grinned an evil grin and lay low in the bushes. Brer Rabbit frowned. This strange creature was not very polite. It was beginning to make him mad. "Ahem!" said Brer Rabbit loudly, wondering if the tar baby were deaf. "I said, how are you this morning?" The tar baby said nothing. Brer Fox curled up into a ball to hide his laughter. His plan was working perfectly. "Are you deaf or just rude?" demanded Brer Rabbit, losing his temper. "I can't stand folks that are stuck up. You take off that hat and say howdy doody, or I'm going to give you such a licking." The tar baby just sat in the middle of the road, looking as cute as a button and saying nothing at all. Brer Fox rolled over and over under the bushes, fit to bust because he didn't dare laugh out loud. "I'll learn ya!" Brer Rabbit yelled. He took a swing at the cute little tar baby, and his paw got stuck in the tar. "Let me go, or I'll hit you again!" shouted Brer Rabbit. The tar baby, she said nothing. "Fine, be that way," said Brer Rabbit, swinging at the tar baby with his free paw. Now both his paws were stuck in the tar, and Brer Fox danced with glee behind the bushes. "I'm gonna kick the stuffing out of you," Brer Rabbit said, and pounced on the tar baby with both feet. They sank deep into the tar baby. Brer Rabbit was so furious he headbutted the cute little creature until he was completely covered with tar and unable to move. Brer Fox leapt out of the bushes and strolled over to Brer Rabbit. "Well, well, what have we here?" he asked, grinning an evil grin. Brer Rabbit gulped. He was stuck fast. He did some quick thinking while Brer Fox rolled about on the road laughing himself sick over Brer Rabbit's dilemma. "I've got you this time, Brer Rabbit," said Brer Fox, jumping up and shaking off the dust. "You've sassed me for the very last time. Now, I wonder what I should do with you." Brer Rabbit's eyes got very large. "Oh, please, Brer Fox, whatever you do, please don't throw me into the briar patch." "Maybe I should roast you over a fire and eat you," mused Brer Fox. "Nope, that's too much trouble. Maybe I'll hang you instead." "Roast me, hang me, do whatever you please," said Brer Rabbit. "Only please, Brer Fox, please, don't throw me into the briar patch." "If I'm going to hang you, I'll need some string," said Brer Fox. "And I don't have any string handy. But the stream's not far away, so maybe I'll drown you instead." "Drown me, roast me, hang me, do whatever you please," said Brer Rabbit. "Only please, Brer Fox, please, please don't throw me into the briar patch." "The briar patch, eh?" said Brer Fox. "What a wonderful idea! You'll be torn into little pieces." Grabbing up the tar-covered rabbit, Brer Fox swung him around and around and around, and then flung him head over heels into the briar patch. Brer Rabbit let out such a scream as he fell that all of Brer Fox's fur stood straight up. Brer Rabbit fell into the briar bushes with a crash and a mighty thump. And then there was silence. Brer Fox cocked one ear toward the briar patch, listening for whimpers of pain. But he heard nothing. Brer Fox cocked the other ear towards the briar patch, listening for Brer Rabbit's death rattle. But he heard nothing. Then Brer Fox heard someone calling his name. He turned around and looked up the hill. Brer Rabbit was sitting on a log, combing the tar out of his fur with a wood chip and looking smug. "I was bred and born in the briar patch, Brer Fox," he called. "Born and bred in the briar patch." And Brer Rabbit skipped away, as merry as a cricket, while Brer Fox ground his teeth in rage and went home. Now, the next story about a rabbit is about an altogether sadder rabbit. It's called Moon Rabbit by Natalie Russell, and this is for my friend Mila and her mummy Kim. Little Rabbit liked living in the city. She had her own place to stay, her favourite cafe, and so many things to see and do. But at night, when everything was quiet and Little Rabbit was all alone, she would look up at the moon and wonder if there was someone out there. Someone she could play with, laugh and have fun with, someone just like her. It would be nice to meet another little rabbit, she thought. When the city became very busy, Little Rabbit would go to the park to read her book. One day, as Little Rabbit read, she heard the most beautiful music floating on the air. She lay back and listened. The park was so peaceful, and the sun was so warm that Little Rabbit's eyes began to close, and pretty soon she was fast asleep. When Little Rabbit woke up, the sun had gone, and the moon was shining brightly. It was past Little Rabbit's bedtime. But in the distance, she could still hear the music, and it was the kind of music she liked. So Little Rabbit picked up her book and followed the music through the trees. And there she saw a rabbit. A brown rabbit was playing a guitar, making music that made Little Rabbit want to dance. So she stayed for a while. As Brown Rabbit played, Little Rabbit danced. Then Little Rabbit told tales of the city, and Brown Rabbit listened. Together they watched the changing moon until the birds sang to the morning sun. And for a while, Little Rabbit forgot about her life back in the city. The two rabbits had picnics in the sunshine and games of hide-and-seek. They made each other laugh, and Little Rabbit was happy to have found a new friend. But then, one night, Little Rabbit saw the lights of the city glowing in the distance, and suddenly felt sad. "The city is so beautiful," she sighed. Brown Rabbit was quiet. How could anything be as beautiful as the moonlit park, he thought. Brown Rabbit didn't like to see his new friend feeling sad, so he played his guitar and danced around Little Rabbit. He even stood on his head, anything to make her laugh or see her smile. But there was nothing he could do to make her happy. "It's time for me to go home," said Little Rabbit. So, early the next morning, Little Rabbit returned to the city. Back to her home, back to her favourite cafe, and back to all the things she liked to see and do. And she no longer gazed at the moon and wondered if there was someone out there, another little rabbit, just like her. because she knew that there was. And he was coming to visit the very next day. I hope you enjoyed those stories about rabbits, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.